Belize is a melting pot of cultures, so unique, so varied, and so enchanting. Take a journey with us as we travel through the jewel. This is our Belize, our people, food, and culture.
I'm Sean Quillen, and today I'm in the Stann Creek district, Runa Bay!
Located in the southeast of Belize, the sandy beaches, scenic highways, and nature parks are signature to this region. The largest municipality, Dangriga Town, known as the culture capital, is home to a thriving and vibrant Garifuna population. The neighboring community of Hopkins and Placencia adds to the beauty of this area. Both are traditionally fishing villages that have grown into popular destinations for visitors and Belizeans alike. Located at Mile 3 on the Hummingbird Highway, on the outskirts of Dangriga Town, is the Sapals Food Products. This family-owned business produces traditional Garifuna snacks from cassava tuber, such as cassava bread, starch, juice, and other deliciousness. The drums, the beating heart of the Garifuna culture, have been safeguarded by generations of drum makers. Amongst them, the first female drum makers, Data and Norley, daughters of the famous drum maker, Mr. Austin Rodriguez. They sustainably utilize the majority of the hardwoods harvested from the Belize rainforest to carve out their traditional Garifuna drums. The Wanaragua, popularly known as the Jankuno, is a traditional Garifuna mass dance with costume dancers parading the streets and roaming from house to house, accompanied by the beat of the drummers. Silky Marine Reserve is located just 22 miles east of Placencia Village, Belize. With its white sandy beaches, it offers a 360-degree view of the endless Caribbean Sea. It is also the home to a plethora of marine species and has been a protected zone since 2003. Located on the eastern end of the Maya Mountains in southern Belize, the Mayflower Bocawina National Park connects the Maya Mountains and the coastal regions. Dip in one of its several natural waterfalls, or take a ride on the longest zip line in Belize for a wild new adventure. Discover the Garifuna culture by learning at the Garifuna Museum. This museum was named in honor of the Garifuna woman who migrated to Belize with her 13 children and founded the Punta Negra region. This museum has a number of exhibits that cover the Garifuna's migration from Africa to Belize. Other exhibits on display showcases the food, clothing, medicinal plants, music, and dance. The Gulisi Museum also features Thomas Vincent Ramos, a legendary Garifuna leader. Let us indulge the traditional flavors of the Garifuna culture by preparing a famous cassava drink known as saho, and Dani, a sweet cassava Garifuna dessert.
My name is Sarita Martinez. At the moment, we are sitting on the beach having an interview about the life of the Garinagu in Hopkins. Garinagu are originally from St. Vincent, who were exiled from Uruguay, end up in Honduras, and after a while they drift coming to this side of the world, and Garinagu end up in Hopkins.
I'm Chico Ramos, the crown godfather of Punta Rock. My journey started in 1977 when I was 14 years old, right? With the Super J's, musically. And the cultural part of me start with Song City, 1980. 3 years after I started to experiment, that when Song City started out, you know. And then I started to make hits like Punta Soca, right? Song City Tweeters, Kong Soup, and Thomas Vincent Ramos, the great song where I do for my grandfather. Yeah, then there are hits from the corner in time.
So we celebrate the arrival of the Garinagu to this shore on 19th of November. It was Thomas Vincent Ramos who fought to get 19th of November for the Garinagu to celebrate the arrival.
Thomas Vincent Ramos That my grandfather, that my pa, he the one of the founder of Garifuna settlement there, right? And he pushed hard and walk and demonstrate and all kind of protests, all kind of things. So, he fight for this day for all of we Belizean.
Garifuna is a unique culture. It comes with a different aspect. Started with the clothing. At this moment, I'm wearing my Garifuna outfit. Nugudu, this is my skirt. Nichegidi is my blouse.
We got with dashiki, the men wear the dashiki, the women wear the blouses and stringless wear with a lot of pleats and things like that. We have our own culture where we could dress up together.
One of the things I love with my culture is the dance. The drums, they have the segunda, you have to primero. Then you have different songs for different dances.
Paranda, we got punta, then electronically we step up the game to punta rock.
The hugu, you move your foot differently for hugu. This is.
And then we have a chumba where could, you leave more space and faster pace. And then we have a paranda where could, you understand me, where could, and then we got the punta where could just, easy like that.
Gunjai, you also have a different step for Gunjai, first step for Gunjai. The men have a slightly different because the ladies use their hands to move and the men put their hands to the back, almost for all the dances.
One hour that Jankuno so where could, all of this have come from we dance. Then we got Chakanare where take one towel wrong and so on, pam 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 pam. And then that come with a hunter man with the hunter money, with the coal and things like that. So
back then there was no stove at all. We used strictly firewood. Yes, we use strictly firewood. We have to go out to the bushes and get firewood.
Like any other culture, we have with music, right? Then we have with food. We got hudut, we got buniga, you understand me? And then for Adam and that, we have our own clothing too.
So you peel the cassava, wash it, grate it, but people do it some people do it different. We in Hopkins make saho with coconut milk. Grate the coconut together. Then you strain it with a cloth. You mix it, pour water in there, and the ginger, grate the ginger along with the coconut and the cassava, and you dilute it with water and strain it through a cloth. Then cook it on the fire hot. If you want it creamier, you put in condensed milk and evaporated milk and make it creamier. Dani is also made of cassava root. It had to be sweet cassava and not the bitter one because they have two kinds of cassava. Yeah. You grate the cassava, grate the coconut, but not along with the cassava separately. You strain the coconut, pour it into the cassava, put in sugar, ginger, a little salt, and cinnamon. You dilute it to a little texture, thinner texture, and you pour it into a leaf, or you use the banana leaf in a foil. Wrap it in a foil and pour it in there and boil it. My children are a set of cooks. They work at the resort, they cook at the resort. Now one of them opened her own restaurant and doing her own thing.